defense managing the ball so well. But you still have to stay focused, and you can't lose sight on what's going on. But it can get tough at times.
2 weeks in a row with the slow starts offensively, whether it's whatever the reasons are. How do you guys kind of pull yourself out of that? Because then you're not able to sustain drives, and then the defense is out there for a little bit.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the football season is a long roller coaster ride, and there's going to be some ups and going to be some downs. But, keeping sight on what our end goal is the only way that you can get through tough times like this.
What's the end goal right now?
One game at a time. Our next opponent, after learning from this film and just winning. That's our goal every game we come into. We want to win, whatever the case may be, however we got to do it. So we got to get back to that, and we can't be so casual. And I think that's what the case may have been today. We were just too casual around the field on offense, defense, and special teams, and we couldn't get the job done.
Talk about ups and downs, Tre. What do you need to get some early ups at Maryland?
Just for one, taking care of the ball, moving the chains, not having any 3-and-outs early in possessions in the game, so that we can build confidence with ourselves and offense, and that the rest of the team can feed off of.
You said you said casual. Does that mean translated not enough urgency?
Absolutely. Guys just not necessarily not caring enough, but not going out there and taking what we want. Thinking the game's going to come to us. You got to go out there and take what you want.
Is it surprising to you that that's what you saw, considering what took place last week?
It is. I thought we had a great week of practice and preparation. I thought guys were flying around, but we have to translate what we do on the practice field to the game field, and we didn't do that this week.
Tre, when you're out there in the middle of it, does it feel like a repeat of last week in any kind of way? Did it feel completely different? And there were some similarities in terms of them going up early and you guys not being able to run the ball as well. I'm just wondering, when you're out there, did it feel kind of like the same?
It definitely felt different. Being in front of our home crowd, the woodshed, we feel like we let you guys down. We never want to come at your home and lose, especially a blowout. That's very disappointing internally, and I know that the fans feel the same way. So yeah, it definitely was a different feeling.
Did you hear the crowd booing, and how do you guys as a team kind of try and shut that out, especially when you're at home and you make a big deal?
Yeah, we heard it, but honestly, we can't be mad at anyone but ourselves because we're the reason that's going on. So if we don't want that to happen, we have to be better.
Can you pinpoint one thing with this offense right now? When you look at 2 weeks in a row, where these guys get off to a weird start like that, what do you guys think it is on that side of the ball?
Just a little bit of stagnant, whether it be guys missing blocks, not running great routes, passes not being where they need to be. It's everyone. It's not one guy, not one position group, But the good thing is we have guys who are capable of making plays. So once we get all this cleaned up, we'll be fine.
How hard is it to get into a rhythm when you're really not out there that much?
It can be tough, especially in games like this in the Big Ten where teams know how to manage the ball so well. But just being engaged when the defense is on the field is probably the best way to stay engaged.
What's the vibe, I guess, around the locker room?
Guys are still coming together, just keeping our heads up. That's the only way you can do it, because if you don't, then your season will go down the drain quickly. So the leaders on the team have done a great job making sure that everyone is falling in line and still doing what we need to do as a team.
What do the leaders do now the rest of this weekend and going into next week? What kind of things do you guys have to do with your teammates?
First, we have to watch this film tonight before we come in and watch it with the staff. Being able to see it by yourself and being critical of yourself first goes a long way, And then when the coaches can redo it, you already have seen it, what you have done wrong and what you have also done right. So just taking the steps in the process so that we are ready for next week, our next opponent.
Is it the kind of game that can maybe have overreactions from guys and,
Absolutely.
challenge that neutral thinking mindset?
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, being a competitor, you never want to be on the side of the stick. So it can be frustrating to guys, but it takes maturity and just experience to know that, it was a bad day, but don't throw everything down the drain because of one bad day. You still got to keep your head up and keep moving.
You've played a lot with Peyton, obviously. You struggled again today. How do you see him kind of working through these things? Is he the kind of guy that puts a lot on himself, and maybe too much at times? And how do you see him kind of rebounding?
Yeah, as a quarterback, that's how it is. They get the most praise when things are going well, but then when things aren't going well, they get the most hatred. But Peyton, he's always going to be the biggest critic of himself, and I know that he's going to get back to the film and see what he needs to fix as an individual and as a team, and I'll be right there to help him.
How hard is it for you guys not to get frustrated in a game like this?
Very tough. Like I said, being a competitor it's not something that you want to see, but it's a part of the game. Everything's not going to always be perfect, and sometimes things don't go your way. So just being able to keep moving and keep your head up.
Tre, with the weapons you have in the receiver room, are you surprised that you can't get any deep throws? First half, the completions averaged 5 yards per pass. It was a 3rd and 10 where it was a quick release for a 3-yard play. It wasn't until the last drive that you got anything downfield.
I think that's a rhythm thing. If we can't get in the rhythm, it's kind of hard to just call deep shots because defenses are sitting back and they're allowing us to catch things underneath, but they're playing over the top. So once we get everything clicking, I think the deeper balls will open up.
What about the intermediate routes? They got, I think, 11 passes, 15 yards or more, something like that. There weren't many of those for you guys.
Yeah. We got to just go back to the drawing board and see the opportunities that we left on the field so that we can capitalize on those on the next opportunity in the game.
What were some loud player voices for you guys in the locker room, Trey? I know you in camp, a lot of you guys were talking about the theme was player accountability, player-led teams and whatnot. I'm wondering, after a game like this, what were some of those voices you guys heard?
Myself and Jaden, of course, Xavier Henderson, Jacoby Winman. We have a lot of guys who are vocal leaders, so it goes a long way. It shows that guys care, and we want to just keep bringing everyone along so that no one feels like they're left out or we don't care about them. We got to stay tight as a team in situations like this.
Injuries are part of the game. What's it like when you look out there and defense is out there and every play someone's limping or?
Yeah, I feel for those guys because you never want to see your teammate or even the opponent get hurt, but it is a part of the game. And like everyone says, next man up, that's all you can do. You can't dread on it or oh man, that guy's one down. Whoever the guy's backup is, they have to be ready to go. Go out there and make plays.
What do you expect the film review to be like, and what do you expect the film will reveal, about this game?
I expect it to be painful, as it should after a game like that, but that's a good way to learn, So just looking forward to learning from it and moving on.